long-awaited Christmas, and I find myself home in Jamaica. I can smell the landmark rice and peas, feel the brown stewed chicken melt to mush in my mouth, hear my grandmother question the amount on my plate. Is what happened to you? You on starvation diet? My uncle refuses his third plate. Give it to Staceyann, her flat backside needed more than mine. Their collective laughter rings out, and I am glad to be home, grateful to be replanted in this earth that first gave me roots. My grandma takes my hand, cold against her weathered cheek. She is about to speak, but the telephone, shrill and modern, jolts me awake in my New York apartment again. 18 far Rockaway degrees outside, and my grandmother is deaf, so I can't even call to ask what she was about to say. And in my longing for this place I still call home, I forget that every time I am successful in this art, my father is embarrassed. For with this craft I tell stories, and before his cowardly lips can speak the denial, everybody finds out about the tall black girl from the darker side of Montego Bay, and the child still here, shaming everybody but she grandmother, and only because the grandmother cannot hear the things the child writes about. I think I'm going to cut it off there.
As a writer and into craft, what are some of your favorite ways to sharpen your craft?
People who push you at your craft. If everybody is saying that everything that comes out of your anus or your mouth is really good, then you have a problem with the people who are surrounding you. So you need to surround yourself with people who can point at the shit that's a shit and say, like, that is shit, and don't write it anymore.
I read a blog on their website, and one woman wrote that Black lesbians should be grateful that we have some sort of, I guess, venue as a community to talk about our issues, and that we basically have to steer away from a publication like that because it's geared towards straight women. But do you think that Black women, straight Black women and Black lesbians can somehow find a happy medium to put our stories out there together?
I've slept with many a straight Black So when I was young, I was very concerned that, you know, women who didn't sleep with women, I didn't want to, you know, join forces with them, even if it's to end world hunger because they were the devil because they didn't sleep with other women, you know, that kind of ridiculousness. And now that I'm older, I feel like we have more in common, you know, like we all, Black women, whether you, I can't say that.
And I just want to tell you thank you for sharing your story. It was very bold of you. It was very heart-wrenching. I found myself, I had to put it down at one point and just shed a tear for you. And I really, really appreciate you doing that. So everyone, buy the book. Also, I would like to ask you, when I finished the book, I definitely felt like I don't want to go to Jamaica again. I've been there several times, but I've also read some of your comments behind Jamaica saying we should still support it. Could you talk a little bit about
There are people in Jamaica, you know, Black people. So regardless of what is going on, you know, in terms of, you know, should we not support the African American community and their businesses simply because they are reputed to be homophobic? No, we have to care about people regardless of the larger issues that, you know, if you stop supporting Jamaica, if you stop buying Red Stripe beer and stop, you know, going to Jamaica for vacation, all of us here who are independently wealthy and we go twice a year. If you stop doing all those things, then people in Jamaica stop eating. Poor people, homophobic and not homophobic poor people. I can't stand for that, you know, I can't support that, so I am absolutely against this boycott. Go to Jamaica. If you have to be in the closet, go for a weekend, spend the money, be in the closet and come back.
The threats and the many threats that you gave me brought me here because I was afraid of you. But mainly because I read your book repeatedly, as you know. I read it along as you were writing it. And I have sat down many times and I'm reading and become very upset. I have cried over it. And you're the loudest person I know. And when I met you, I said to myself, damn, she's loud, you know, and so little. But you're bold and brave, very brave. You've done something that I would not do. I would never think of doing it because I have parents. And also because I'm from a different school. I'm old school. I don't have your drive, your courage. I really don't. And I'm very happy to know you and I'm here to encourage you to continue because the longer you live, the better I'll become. Thank you so much.
You know, I find myself with a dilemma of being sort of a feminist and a gender equalist in a world and amongst a generation where that's not either the norm, or it's no longer cool, or people don't see it as necessary. And I wonder, how do you channel all this passion when, I mean, currently most of the world doesn't see feminism as an ideology that is necessary anymore because, oh, women can vote in America and that's enough. And, oh, you know, apparently we have equal opportunities in the workplace, but I wonder, I mean, how do you channel all this passion and this emotion towards gender issues?
Learn how to kind of put one foot in front of the other and slug away at it regardless of the many obstacles that you might face. And you will face many of them. But I remind myself that the obstacles I face are not as many as the ones my grandmother faced, as much as Audre Lorde faced or Harriet Tubman faced, you know. So I just hold the line in history and do your part, and hopefully you can pass the baton to the next ones coming up. And, you know, you try your best to take it gracefully from those who came before you, and just keep going, keep doing, and, you know, just keep fucking this shit up.